give you a name?
She said it was Pandora.
Ah, Pandora.
Do you know her?
No, of course not. But I will see her. I may as well find out what she wants.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
So the old crone hasn't forsaken me after all.
Oh, as I live and breathe, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Who ever would have thought my old partner in crime would turn out to be queen of the kingdom?
Didn't I always tell you I had big plans for myself?
Yes, but I had no idea how big. Oh, let me get a look at you, dearie. Oh, that is quite a fancy dinner.
This happens to be the most expensive fabric to be had, and it was sewn by the most skillful seamstress in the country.
All right, all right. I said it was fancy, didn't I? Oh. So how have you been, dearie?
Might I remind you that I'm a queen? As a queen, I'm accustomed to being addressed as Your Majesty.
Well, excuse me. I guess maybe you've gotten too high and mighty for my simple wares.
Now, wait a minute.
I dare say I've got plenty of customers who are
I
more...
said, wait a minute. If you had any idea how being a queen can tax the nerves, you would be only too glad to overlook an occasional display of temper. Now, what have you got to show me?
Well, first off, I've got a new idol. Crocodile eyes, pickled in their tears.
You don't say. What are they good for?
Dearie, if you mash 3 of these beauties to a pulp, add half a cup of sweat collected from the brow of a murderer about to be hanged, then stir in a teaspoon of sow's blood and a pinch of pulverized possum's toenails, and then spread the gruel on the face of a sleeping man, honey, that poor slob will wake up with the worst case of warts and 6 caries. Of course, I can supply you all the other ingredients as well.
That sounds like an awful lot of work for such a trifling prank.
Oh, very well. Well, how about some frog's toes or some bat's wool? Some lizard's legs or some ground wolf teeth.
No, I still have plenty of all of those.
Oh, okay. Well, how about some dragon scales or some monkey's lips?
Monkey lips. The very thing I need for a salve I had planned for Sir Ethelbert. The fool had the audacity to tell me I should try some 2-bit beauty cream his wife uses. As if my lovely complexion weren't already perfect enough.
Well, what salve did you have in mind, dearie?
Medusa's 8-hour wonder.
Oh, yes, the one with goat's liver and mosquito knees.
A couple of smears of that stuff on his pillow one night, and the next morning he'll wake up absolutely bald.
oh, well, 1 package of monkey lips coming right up.
Oh, and I also need some chopped rat's tail and a carton of wasp stings. And I'm getting low on crushed chicken beef. Better give me a pound of those, too. I use them in making the potion that keeps the king content to follow my orders.
Well, you are in love, dearie. I've got a special on this month. Buy 1 pound at the regular price, get another quarter pound free. Oh, and here's a little item you might be interested in.
A mirror? I have mirrors all over the castle.
So I noticed. But this one's special. You just hold it out in front of you, like so, and say, mirror, mirror in my hand, who's the fairest in the land? And it'll tell you.
Really?
You bet. This mirror, I'll have you know, once belonged to none other than Cleopatra herself.
Mind if I try?
Help yourself.
Mirror, mirror in my hand, who's the fairest in the land?
Her eyes like sapphire, her hand pink as shells, her throat like ivory, her name Isabel.
Huntsman! Come here at once! Huntsman! I suppose the thing never lies?
That's right, dearie. If it says Isabella's the loveliest, then Isabel sure enough is.
You called me.
I did. Fine Lady Isabel immediately cut out her heart.
Do what, Your Majesty?
You heard me.
Cut off, but that's murder.
Do you dare to question my order?
Well,
The woman is a traitor and must be put to death. You've had plenty of experience killing animals in the forest. Why should you hesitate to kill a traitor?
but Lady Isabel is a human being. A lovely human being.
Silence! Dare to contradict me once more and you will share her fate. Now go and do as I have ordered.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You never did care much for competition, did you, dearie?
Never. Mirror, mirror in my hand, who now is the fairest in the land?
Her face in the glass can now be seen. She rules the land, her name, the Queen.
How much? Never mind, I'll take it. See the court treasurer on your way out for your money.
Will do, dearie. I'll be seeing you in a couple of months. Oh, she grows up to be a real beauty, well, clean it